Anyway. Well, I knew this was... Ow! Sorry. Okay, this was not the perfect way to start. Heard off this review, but... Then again, today's episode we're going to look at is... Let's be honest. Today's episode is not good. I mean, the episode we're going to look at next is the first episode I consider to be the first bad episode of MLP. I mean, all past episodes that I reviewed, like some of which I thought were disappointing, like Castlemania or Power Ponies, only have like a meh kind of rating thing. It's not bad, it's not good, but it's not bad. And as I stated, Rainbow Falls has been to be the first bad episode of Season 4, but I beg to differ. Here's the first legit bad episode, at least in my eyes, of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4. And that episode is Simple Ways. Let's do this. Alright, so this episode starts with...
I can't believe how many ponies showed up. I can't. I mean, finding out who the Ponyville Days Pony of Ceremonies is a pretty big deal.
And the pony... So... Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. So, basically, everybody in Ponyville is gathering up for a ceremony to decide what kind of theme Ponyville should get. It's for something. I literally have no idea.
I didn't know Granny Smith was on the selection committee.
Of course she is. Ponyville Day celebrates the founding of Ponyville, and she was right there.
Well, Applejack's not wrong. I mean, we did see an entire flashback of it in Family Appreciation Day, of which the Apple family found the entirety of Ponyville, thanks to the Zap Apple Jam. Hooray for continuity! And that is literally the only good thing I'm going to say about this episode. Let's keep going.
I'm glad the committee didn't automatically pick me. Everybody gets the chance to see how great being me actually is. Even though the festival is basically a party and the pony ceremonies get to organize the whole thing. So it totally makes sense if they did pick me.
Yeah, I mean, what else would you probably come up with? So, yeah, like I said before, they're basically a planning committee for a party. Kind of like how my school is currently on a planning committee for a prom, which I don't mean to brag, I'm actually kind of on. I don't suck.
Citizens of Ponyville, this year's applicants were all exceptional, but there can only be one Ponyville Days Pony of Ceremonies.
So, we're gonna have to gather all together and make sure you fight to the death. Nah, that's not gonna happen, but seriously, if this was gonna happen in an alternate dimension, I beg to differ. So, to make a long story short, Rarity ends up getting chosen to make the festival, and what kind of theme will she be making?
Me too. I'm glad Rarity was picked. I know she'll add a touch of elegance to the whole thing.
Probably more than a touch. This year's Ponyville Days Festival, designed by Rarity, will feature various high-class events such as a silent cider auction and tasting, a Ponyville Gala in Town Square, and, of course, a Ponyville Fashion Show.
Okay, not that I'm trying to be rude here, but how exactly is Rarity, like, doing this as a good thing? Because Ponyville's kind of known for being, well, you know, like your average everyday town, which is fine, and kind of bringing a high society into it just kind of feels out of place. And besides, she's trying to make the place more like Canterlot, which I guess maybe she's still at it. Well, basically trying to get high society into the mix for hometown, which people are going to be scratching their heads about.
This year's Ponyville Days Festival, Pony of Ceremonies, creates shimmering couture of her own design. And the theme is... Town Chic.
Yeah, I don't think the word chic would describe Ponyville at all. So yes, if you thought that would be the main focus, well, guess what? It turns out...
How can you not know who True
Yep. And this is where the main plot actually comes in. Rarity decided to put all this together to bring upon a unicorn named Trenderhoof, who, big surprise, basically has the equivalent of a One Direction crush on him. Even though we have no idea who he is until now.
Who've ever traveled all over here? Before Las Pegasus became an equestrian travel destination, he wrote about it. Before the culinary revolution in Trondheim, he discovered it. He knows what's going to be hot even before it's tasted. Sounds like some pony has a little bit of a crush. Oh, Twilight. Crush doesn't even begin to describe it. He's practically divine. I can't believe it's coming.
And I'm surprised that Spike is keeping a level head, knowing that Rarity has a crush on someone else. And yes, that's the major plot of this episode, of which there's going to be a triangle love involved with this episode. And you know how in some movies where triangle love is involved for like dramatic effect, it's like done in like The Hunger Games or Harry Potter? Well, this is not one of those examples, and we're going to get into why. So Trenderhoof shows up with Rarity having a complete hearty moment over him as he shows him around.
I'm Miss Rarity, and I have been chosen as Pony of Ceremonies for the Ponyville Days Festival.
Please, call me Tren.
Yeah, keep it professional, that's what I like.
Here is the climax of the festival, the Ponyville Days Gala. Music, dancing, and of course a locally sourced menu of delicious treats.
Reminds me of the Spring Fling meets Manhattan wedding I wrote about in Gallup and France.
Exactly. I can't even describe how much your work has influenced me.
So then they head to Sweet Apple Acres, and this is where things go downhill from here.
So to speak, where our quaint little hamlet began.
Oh, breathtaking. I've heard about it, of course, but to see it in verite, to stand on the soil of a working farm, you can really feel the authenticity.
Oh, yes. Well, they really do grow apples here.
Thank you, Rarity. Thank you for bringing me here. This farm is truly something special.
I have planned to transform it into an elegant country inn for the festival.
Did you even get Applejack's approval before doing that?
Now I see just how special it is. Au naturel.
Au natural indeed.
And this is where things get downhill when Trenderhoof sees Applejack.
Who is that?
And then he gets a crush on her, and...
Applejack?
Oh God.
Why are you staring at her like that?
Well, geez, maybe she wants to probably have a nice chat with her. What do you think?
I've seen a lot in my travels, but I've never beheld such beauty. Applejack.
Okay, during the red zone, bad touch. Yeah, did I forget to mention that there's been a lot of memes going around about Season 4 being kinda having a couple of sexual innuendos? No? Well, this, along with a couple moments in the season premiere, had those moments. And this will surely not be the last.
The pony of my dreams.
Yeah, I'm sure he says that to everyone he meets. So with that, Rarity gets jealous and pretty much...
Is it something like that? He doesn't like me. What? He doesn't like me. Rarity, I can't hear what you... He doesn't like me because he has a crush on Applejack, even though I've had a crush on him ever since the beginning of time.
Okay, to this episode's credit, that was actually a little bit funny, but that does not excuse what's going to happen next. So basically, now Rarity is all heartbroken that Trenderhoof, which again she only met for like what, in half an hour, ends up falling in love with Applejack, who we just saw for about like what, 5 seconds, and like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fall in love with her." And yes, I know what they're trying to do with representing with like love at first sight, but this is not how you do it.
Trenderhoof doesn't like you? That's ridiculous.
Oh, Spike, how could you ever know what it's like to be totally obsessed with a pony, only to find out they're obsessed with some pony else?
Well, to be fair, I've been down that route. And I'm not gonna lie, it really sucks. It's like someone just like ripped your heart out and they just rubbed it in your face and show you can watch it black before you die. Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, what could Applejack possibly have that I don't?
Well, we're gonna find out soon. Because what ends up happening is that Trenderhoof actually starts to become quite a bit of a stalker.
You know, I have such respect for the work ethic of Earth ponies.
Gee, thanks. Granny Smith always said, pick an apple a day and keep trouble away.
Yeah, and what about the Pegasus and the unicorns for all the work they do? And yes, this is another problem that a lot of people address Trenderhoof himself. Like Golden Fox said, the guy is a complete idiot, and like many people have mentioned, because Trenderhoof is like, oh, Earth ponies work so incredibly hard, he basically comes off as seeing as unicorns and Pegasus as inferior, pretty much making him racist.
How many varieties of apples do you think there are?
And did I forget to mention that aside from being an idiot and a racist, it's that Trenderhoof is also a creepy stalker that doesn't know when to say no. Yeah, he doesn't know when to take a hint. And even when Applejack specifically is about to tell him, "You're creeping me out, you need to go away."
On the farm or in all the
Varieties of apples do you think?
Is that a fact?
That's my thing. I take the mundane, the simple, the unappreciated, and I make it relatable.
Okay, aside from race, he's actually also offending a lot of other people. Yeah, so, yeah, let's cross out charming and replace him with douchebag.
Well, I hope you can relate to Ponyville.
Me too. But enough about me. I want to know about you. What do apples mean to Applejack?
Look, I'm glad you're interested in Ponyville and all, but I'm kind of busy with my chores. And if I can't get them done, there won't be a Ponyville Days Festival for you to write about.
Well, that will never do.
And this is where things go from bad to worse. Oh god, we're about 10 minutes in, and the worst is yet to come. So, just to get the attention of a stockish racist moron, Rarity decides to go Western, and we get full Western stereotypes.
What? This whole thing?
Aren't you too busy planning the festival to keep making new outfits for it?
Plan? But the thought of hauling apples inspired me, and I just couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, I'm with Applejack. That kind of raises an eyebrow.
Really?
If there's one thing...
Maybe you two should try them now.
And maybe you should probably bring both Trenderhoof and Rarity a nice slap back to reality. But no!
I'm feeling a tad inspired. Without farm life, there'd be such disparity. These thoughts I think with great clarity. Apples high to the sky. She's the one of my eye.
What does that even mean? Oh god, this is gonna be a...
That fruit-hauling pony named Applejack.
Yeah, you realize that you're trying to sound poetic, but it comes off as creepy. Take the hint. Rarity decides to get desperate, and it gets even more unfunny.
Oh, how does Applejack do it?
Well, it would help if the harness was on right. What are you doing?
I am simply lending off for the chores, which I love doing ever so much.
You lie so bad. You're an even bigger liar than Applejack. Which kind of reminds me of a fan fiction I'm working on right now.
Now, Rarity, you be careful. If you don't get the bucking just right, you could sprain a hoof.
I am perfectly familiar with the apple bucking process. Thank you very much.
No, you aren't, and it's probably going to result in injury in the hospital.
Et voila!
Yeah, that's really nice. You got one out of like what, 1 million apples? That's really impressive. Nice. Good job. Good job.
Well, your way is definitely long on style.
Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some more chores to do. Inside.
Thank you.
Rarity, can I ask you something?
Oh, my friend, you can ask me anything.
I've been meaning to ask for a while, and frankly, I'm sort of embarrassed.
Is there anything else you want to be offensive about, douche?
Rarity, do you think Applejack will be my date for the festival?
Okay, so let's recap. We got one pony who's flinging herself to some pony else out of desperation and then not being true to herself. And we have a male pony who is flinging himself to some pony else out of being a racist and being a stalker and basically not realizing that she's not into you. Yeah, Golden Fox was right, Thunderhoof. You really are an idiot. Okay? It's like John Tron says. Fool me once, I'm a man. Fool me twice, how could you? Fool me 3 times, you're officially that guy. You know, it's like the one who is just like, this shoe is like your 40 mine. No, ex my dad's, no, so fuck you. I ain't having that shit.
Why don't you go after yourself?
Yes, that would actually go a lot faster. Ask her herself, have her say no, and then get the hell out. And he's completely blind and has no idea what's happening. And then things get... Well, so Applejack realizes that, oh yeah, she has a stalker on him and doesn't know when to call the authorities to put a restraining order on her.
If you come to apologize, there's really no need.
What are you talking about?
Let's just thanks for the charade, shall we?
Listen, I know you really want Trent to like you.
And he does, despite some pony's best efforts.
Maybe you don't realize that Applejack is not into him. And this is where things just get really, really stupid. Instead of having Applejack just come out and say, Rarity, I'm not interested in Thunderhoof, he is constantly following me and I need you to get him off my back. What ends up happening?
I swear I don't know why he's paying so much attention to me. And I don't know any pony who's that interested in farming. Not even me.
Well, maybe it's time Trent met a real country pony.
You're an idiot. And then this is where things spiral out of control even more as... Oh God. Rarity goes full-on Western.
Simple way.
Somebody put me out of my misery.
Well, what's so funny?
Rarity, that is the silliest getup I have ever seen.
It is a little funny. Funny!
It's not funny. It's just desperate. And this is where the episode falls apart immediately. last third of this episode is nothing but Western stereotypes up the ass, and it's just one full-grown punch after the other, and it hurts so bad. It's not funny. It's just it's really, really, really painful to watch.
Rarity, you aren't serious, are you? Well, of course I'm serious. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you would never dress like that.
And again, this is where even bigger stupidity happens, because Applejack doesn't realize that since Rarity does have a crush on Trenderhoof, she's just now, as I said a million times already, she's just getting desperate. Seriously, like...
You like fashion and high society and fancy things.
And I can like plowing fields and hauling apples just as much.
But you don't.
How do you know what I like?
Because I know you.
Well, maybe you don't know me as well as you think.
And I suppose it's just a coincidence that Trenderhoof seems so interested in country life, too?
Again, even though he is not really... He's really a unicorn and can basically say anything else and anywhere he goes, which, as I said, makes him kind of a racist.
I don't know what you were getting at.
Well,
and then things get even worse as he basically puts on the fashion show and puts it on for Appleboom, who is already a Southern character. So, instead of just bringing Rarity back to reality, Applejack decides to play the same game and becomes Apple Jewel. Which is kinda left field. Oh yes, pony ass. That I already have enough of.
Is this some kind of joke?
why, Rarity, whatever would make you think I was joking?
Well, to Applejack's credit, she does manage to pull it off well, I guess. I mean, the dress looks nice, and the thick accent's good, I guess. I mean, it's not stereotypically offensive, because, I mean, we have seen in the Cutie Mark Chronicles that Applejack can pull off an accent, even as a young filly, but it's so painful to watch.
Because you would never wear an ensemble like that. You like throwing just get on with it.
Life is a festival, and you should celebrate it by looking just like me, because I'm a trend-setting fashionista.
And this is where some people would either get erections via privates or via nosebleed by now.
You are a trend-setting fashionista? Why, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever...
Some things get even more as it just gets more desperate.
Oh, God! Will some pony bring me a towel to wipe this repulsive filth from my hood?
There's the Rarity I know.
Oh, Applejack. I'm sorry I said all those things. You're a true friend who probably knows me better than I know myself.
It's just too bad you guys didn't come together and talk it through about Trenderhoof and getting this over in like 2 minutes!
I don't know what I was thinking wearing this ridiculous outfit.
I kind of know how you feel.
Oh, but you were just trying to help me see how silly I was being. And you were right. Besides, that gown looks just gorgeous on you. I wish I hadn't ruined it.
Thanks. It's nice, ain't it?
It's magnificent. Wherever did you get it?
Oh, it's, one of yours.
I'll leave me down with the boiling water and 1 ounce of detergent.
I'm moving to Ponyville.
No. Okay, give me a sec. Just give me a sec. I need to no, I do not want... Okay, no, just...
So finally, someone...
Somebody else talk to him. I can't. Just, no.
Thank you. The truth finally comes out. Now all we need is this under... Oh, no! 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 And projecting my no onto this! No! Being the most interesting pony in Equestria is exhausting. I want to leave my exotic, exciting life behind and live on a farm.
And be even more of a racist than you already are?
What? Well, that's real nice, but I sure hope you weren't thinking of Sweet Apple Acres.
Oh.
Oh, now you finally get the message. Like, what, you didn't figure that out when Applejack didn't like you stalking her to no end?
Look, you're a fine pony, but, well, I
think what Applejack is trying to say is that there's something unappealing about a pony who changed themselves so much just to impress some pony else.
Like you just did? Ugh.
If some pony doesn't like you for who you are, it's their loss.
Well, this is awkward.
Not at all. In fact, I think I know just how you feel.
What do you think, Rarity? Is it too late to go back to small town chic?
Not if I can help it. Organizing the Ponyville Day celebration was one of the hardest things I have ever done. But I learned an important lesson. Real friends will like you for who you are. And changing yourself to impress them is no way to make a new one. And when you're as fabulous as I am, it's practically a crime.
Well, you can probably tell just trying to sit through this episode has made me cringe. And that was Simple Ways. There was just so much wrong with it. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. There were so many missed opportunities that were just completely wasted. Like, I feel like I'm just getting like a headache for all the sheer stupidity that happened in this episode. And after getting through episodes that we had so many gone through so far, it's really a damn shame. I mean, it's really hard for me to explain why this episode fails so miserably. Not only is the plot predictable from a mile away, but the characterization for Rarity is completely screwed up and just gets desperate. The comedy goes from a little tee-hee funny to just being unfunny to just being desperate. Trigger Hoof is a stalkish, racist idiot, so not really much else to say that hasn't been said. And the moral is just all screwed up in this episode. It's just really, really hard to talk about an episode that's just really painful for me to watch. So bottom line, it's bad. It's really, really, really bad. As a whole, this episode gets a D. And it only escapes being worse because it does manage to get a couple of funny moments in the first act. But aside from that, it's a really, really painful episode to watch and should not be seen. Thankfully, now that this episode's done, we're now finally halfway through Season 4. And it just feels like it's going to be a long time. Though thankfully, since I don't have any exams this week, I can hopefully get through more episodes faster. So next time, we will be reviewing Philly Vanilli, and hopefully I won't cringe as much as I did here. See you guys next time.